Welcome to Onivia Highlights. These are the best highlights from the LEC Spring 2025.
Is it Elk that was Jong-Moon Madness? Is that Elk?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jomong
Madness, excuse me. Execute was Jong-Moon Madness. You missed that. That was the LEC. But it does, in that moment, as an innocent bystander in this entire contest, I am just asking them to murder each other one time. And Isma's going to be happy to oblige me, but he's already been ulted. Luckily, not under tower. His ulti will hit Patrick, and now Patrick's going to be in trouble. Noah's going to try to finish the job. Barrier going down. Noah flashing away. Patrick's still alive! Jackie's tries to throw the ball down. It's Noah who's going to die! The Shockwave, he wasn't watching the ball! Oh, that's supposed to be a rule for a different sport, but it applies in League of Legends too. He took his eye off the ball! Could have been a more positive trade, but now GX have a 1K gold lead. Bot lane getting a lot of that. They're now trying to start a play as the tree wall combo comes out. Noah zoned, will get flicked back. This should just be a quick kill to kick things off. GX, have they now overstayed their welcome? It's a 3v2, but Jackie's is on the way in. He doesn't have a Shockwave, but it's just around the corner. 2 seconds, it's about to come up. Jun finding 2 with the lockup. Shockwave whiffing completely because it was attached to Jun. A moment of miscommunication. TP now going in. Lot has finally arrived. Needlework coming out. Patrick on the way down. And a little bit messy.
That's kind of what we saw from Lot as well, and will secure the dragon off the back of us.
Yeah, sitting pretty comfortably in the game. Admittedly, both mid laners are League of Legends. We have more room to talk about things that are in League of Legends than I expected. All right. Will ult.
There is no hollowed mist.
No hollowed mist. This should just be it. He waits to the one button that matters. It's a quick pick on the bottom side. It does mean conceding the Herald, but now Rogue transition this into a tower. A nice early look. And they already got Warfare and first brick at the same time. So the feats are theirs.
Yeah, it will be traded though by Jackie's on that top side.
This bot wave. Rogue do need to catch this. Someone needs to get this money. GX trying to play through bot lane. Rogue trying to play through mid.
Herald using the bot side just to try and break us. Essentially, GX are now struggling with the issue of, hey, Rogue are potentially going to a third dragon. We can't really get vision control that we need, and Rogue are able to poke us down. So now they're just going to try and hard force off of getting bot tower down. Jackie's
eyes on the ball. Patrick won't make the same mistake twice. Both teams just getting zoned off. Lot finally here. It's a full 5v5. GX taking better position. They've still got the Herald in the bot lane. Jun on the flank as well. The ulti is going to connect onto Isma. That's a good start, but there's no follow-up.
It's only about trying to buy time. If Isma can't damage the dragon, a Rogue can damage him.
Yeah, get a bit more poke. You're right. Extended play expected to favor Rogue, although the big ones from Noah are hitting. Lot now immediately going in. Gwen immune. Isma getting chunked out, but might be able to focus on the objective. Mauring still able to throw down the ult. Isma needs to get behind the rest of the team. The retreat going in. Jun forced back as well. 4K getting lower. Flick back not going to hit onto Lot. How much longer on the Hallowed Mist? But it looks like GX are just going to retreat. They don't want to flip anything else. So in the war of attrition, Rogue come out on top.
Good patience from Rogue on the play. So they position for this. They're trying to get there now, but I don't think they realize this is going down. Only now
we said when you don't have engage, this is one way to get a fight that's favorable. To just force an objective. Mauring immediately getting ult. 5K getting lower. They don't really have time to finish this, but will it just end up being a leash because Isma's just getting chunked out. The jungler's gone. They've leashed it for Rogue. Rogue, are they going to back away or are they going to keep it going? Mauring still staying in the pit. Execute off to the side. Has been zoned away. Lot can do a lot of work. Nice advance coming in from Mauring. He dodges the shockwave. He gets the objective. He withdraws straight back to base. Larson going in. Jun finding a beautiful knockup, but will it cost him his life? Now trying to get away the clone. The flick back. Still connecting. Patrick about to get taken out, but again, it's only a false life because they managed to steal the objective. Adam also getting sent back. It's a huge gold influx for GX, but a pretty tragic steal.
It's tragic that the steal went through, but Lost kind of played out of his mind in that fight. It's a bit sad he's not going to get any of it. Keep your eyes on Lost. He immediately moves down onto Patrick, finishes off, Execute in just a second as well. So as you get all this on the top side of the fight, Lot is getting a ton of work done. So while some members are going down on that top side, the fact that Lot was able to deal with the bottom lane and then get Adam as well really kind of saved that fight, because if there was a front to back, I think GX all would have died there and Rogue would have come out massively ahead.
And now another fist fight. Rogue completely grouped here in the bottom lane. Poke again connecting onto Isma. This is the struggle of the Skarner we mentioned before. It's so hard for him to just dive in and start a fight, but now Lot is that much closer. Lockup still there from Execute. 3 stacks, trying to get in with a few more. Malrang about to get taken out. Lot now running, those ulti charges gone. It's Larson on the flank, and Adam starting to do a lot of work in the fight as Patrick finds the shutdown.
Rogue coming out on top. Fight was way more coordinated this time around, managing to set up, prevent Isma from being able to get over the wall, get him down, and from that point forward, GIANTX are just on the back foot the whole time. Dragon, Soul for Rogue, mid-tower, now gone.
The Summoner's Code. This man, mental of steel, to continue trying, hoping that this time the VAR Assault would miss. Patrick just continues to free hit the objective. Jackies can try and find a way in. Jun here as well. Nice wall from Larson, but a little bit late. Lot now coming over the wall. They're looking for the fall. If they steal, this game can turn around in an instant. Adam now on a killing spree. Malrang taken down. Isma the only try to pin, and he hit both of them. He moved the ult. It finally happened. They touched the slug. They died.
The one thing they had to do was not go into the pit, so GIANTX...
Malrang Rogue need to show us that same restraint, that same patience, but it's no longer on their terms. Isma chunked out, but is able to walk away before the root connects from Execute. GX trying to poke a little bit back. Good big one coming in from Noah. Jackies with movement speed steroids, the shielding as well. Ulti from Patrick again onto Isma. This time it looks like they have the damage to finish the job. Isma dead, but Lot's found his way into the back line, but it's not enough. He goes golden, he bites a brief moment. Jackies now follows up, looks for the shockwave. It's a flashback out. It only hits onto Larson. Lot still retreating. The arrow! Patrick finding the target as GX continue to push forward. They're being zoned away, the Baron empowering them, but they're getting lower and lower. Patrick continuing to poke. Jackies desperately wants this tier 2 tower.
They might actually be able to get the tier 2, although as I say that Patrick getting some good damage on the back line, but the biggest issue, they haven't really managed to get or even look at these inner turrets that much.
Malrang.
Okay.
If they don't see him, this is a good play. And they did not see him. Noah caught, shut down there, Rogue. Priority access now, GX. Everything was going good. They found the one fight that they were looking for, but now they're going to need to find another. Good news is Patrick very low. No lifesteal, really. Might not matter, however.
Isma can look for the steal over the wall. They have some vision. Actually, won't actually spot where the Elder is. Clone will, though.
Jun, ready to kick things off. TP from behind. Here comes the Gwen. 4K, getting lower, rooted. 3K, who's going to get the objective? Shockwave having in the meantime, but it might not matter if it already goes down. Isma getting taken out. Discipline from Rogue. They're not going to get the objective any lower. Or is it? They finally managed to take it. Elder down. Lot in the midst of everyone. Rogue only able to grab 3 in the context of the extended fight, giving Adam's life, but getting the Elder close. But once that objective is finished, he's just so fast to drop. And you saw in that fight, again, honor Isma. He's 0-4-3. I'm not going to tell you that he's had a good game. I cannot say that. But this man continues to participate despite Patrick ulting him on cooldown every time.
I was also going to say, I don't feel like him having this bad game is his fault. There is zero you can do against this. And even Dragon, because you just end up so low so quickly when you get to siege up like this. You can see there, Rogue just immediately take the tower.
Yeah. Leah might actually be their best source of sustained damage, but Patrick is hitting.
So
5K, GX going for Elder instead. They're just going to concede the Baron. Jackie's chunked. Wall going down. Now Jackie's might just be in trouble. Larson trying to find the angle. Flash over the wall. Jackie's not quite going to get caught. Team split. GX retreating. But again, the Baron is already down in favor of Rogue. Purely good for them if they can extend this play. Stop GX from taking anything else.
I think it was a mistake from Jackie's. That ultimate could have been key to catching Rogue as they try and come back in and take vision, but now you don't have that tool, and Rogue establishing themselves once more. The poke will just start to rain down again. GX, I think they just have to disengage from this.
Adam resetting. Perhaps the TP back in. Locke's going to be the one to TP first, looking for the flank. Now it's Adam TPing in as well. Larson going for the flick. He hits Isma. Execute waiting behind with the Gwen waiting. Adam going to go in, trying to make it an isolated 1v1. Does not want to let him get in on the squishier backline. Adam now running as the Gwen tries to reset the fight. Goes a little bit. Gold to the Elder has gone down for GX in the meantime. Rogue need to get the hell out. So far, they still won the fight. Gwen in trouble. Larson going to try and finish the job. Lot will eventually fall. He does go the wrong way, so they get the Elder, but they lose 2, and they might just lose the game.
Yeah, you don't have that ultimate on Jackie's. Jun kind of needs to make a serious hero play here if he wants to hold on. Maybe you can get the burn with the Elder, but 3 versus 5. This is a tough ask for GIANTX.
See the damage dealt to champions, the poke, the story of this entire game. No chance for Corki, Orianna, or Gwen to team fight. It's just the Jace and the Varus endlessly throwing out these skill shots. Flash forward, they're trying to lock up Jackie's. Jung looking to turn the fight. Noah needs to do so much work, needs to do so much damage. The Karma's so low, but the shields are still there. Noah wants to finish it, but he just can't get any kill done. They're all blinking. GIANTX doing a little bit of work. Finally, Mauring will fall, but he does get the ult off in time. Noah, one Corgi versus the world. Technically riding a Corgi as well. You hold the line. Great character. The best part of Nico being in pro is that single interaction.
Yeah. Okay,
ulti. Managing to hit one back. Isma's connected. Jun looking for an angle to the backside. He's only going to connect to one. Mauring now running. He's a fast little tree, and he is fast enough to escape.
He's so fast. What?
How
the hell did he get out of there? I have never seen a tree move that fast, ever.
I've never seen a tree move, but I imagine it would be surprising if they did it that fast. Adam running. Just get massively chunked out. The poke war just continues to rage as Isma very happy to have that Warmogs. They don't really have good vision control. Mauring just threw that sapling not into a bush, but will still walk in anyway. Decent shielding coming out from the Monster E, the Defiance from Execute.
This is a brave
do
move.
not have the vision setup.
Yeah, they're basically banking on Jackie's having a reset, which he does, but he can still TP into the fight after clearing the wave.
Is it just a double TP in lane to try the end of the game? No, they want to TP in for the fight. Clone there, AK. Isma could just go over the wall. Is it just going to come down to a 50-50? Mauring ulting. Rogue turning for the fight. I like the call. Lot doing good damage, but goes gold. Buys a second. Now it's Noah who's jumping forward. Noah immediate cleanse on the ulti coming up from the bars, but Lot's been taken down in the meantime. Patrick now unstoppable. I didn't even see who got the Baron. The answer is GX. Jackie's running. They managed to get out with 3-4 players. Jun trying to get a bit more space. They're trying to retreat to hold the line. Keep in mind that mid lane is still vulnerable. Could be attacked. Jackie's running away, a bit slowed by Larson. They want to shut down these Barons so they can just end the game. Jackie's almost finding one with the shockwave. Gets two! They line it up for him! The ball finding the kills! Mauring now running Rogue! They just, this catastrophe! What is going on? Game 1, 45 minutes, GX versus Rogue. The weirdest fight we've ever seen and ever cast. And it might be
Zonya's Hourglass, but Noah getting a ton of work done onto Mauring as everyone on Rogue had moved out. Then you end up getting the steal in the pit. Noah flashes out of the back.
And Jack stage. Yeah. 80K has to be enough, right? It's gold. GX.
How big are the coins, though?
It's a very good question. We need more details. This is the lore that they're not giving us enough info on. We need a segment called Lore with Lore. I know this has been pitched before, but there's too many rhymes around this. All right, Rogue, disengaging, buying space with the Maokai ultimate. Flick back onto Isma, solid. GX pushing. Jackie's very fast. Shockwave not going to hit. Quick flash out from Mauring. Lot now chasing down Adam. Wall going in to potentially isolate Jackie's. Lot is fast, but Execute is there as well. Extra shield going in, looking for the knockback, but Lot still standing, but the plan force backwards. Can't quite finish the kill.
They get the mid-terror off the back of it, though.
50 seconds of Elder. They're going to break the second inhib here. If GX don't over-push, I think they've won the game.
Yeah, all they need to do is just get that top wave now. Lock and TP back in.
Minutes ago around that Baron. So just reminding people that anything is possible. Don't let your dreams be dreams.
So, Rogue, if they had a minion line, could essentially just try and protect it and run down mid lane and force GIANTX to retreat. But you're now pushing into super creeps, makes that a little tough for Rogue, which is why GIANTX feel comfortable to just sit in this river and try and back.
TP in from the Gwen. Larson and Jackie's trading blows. Locket already used. Extra movement speed from the Shirelias as Patrick flashes in, rinsing and repeating the ult onto Isma. Isma might be in trouble, but he manages to lock up two. Just with the follow-up! Huge combo! Larson coming in, but it might be too late. Jump with the flick back. Now it's an even fight. Lock continuing forward. Noah trying to lay down a bunch of damage. Now the Gwen ready to take over. Mauring and Larson, the last two surviving as Execute continues to run for the hills. For the rest of GX, eyes on the prize. They don't want the fight. They want the game. 1v1ing an Elder Dragon. That's pretty epic.
Yeah, I mean, he sold his boots a long time ago, so he's a big
tower, vulnerable. Shockwave hitting two. Execute flashing out. Mauring trying desperately to hold on. But the Delta Dragon, they haven't finished it yet. 6K getting lower. They don't have a jungler in the area. 10K, it does reset. Noah has to stop his 1v1. Instead needs to return to his PvP aspirations. Mauring getting massively chunked and completely deleted. Surely that's the end.
Yeah, Rogue are just getting sloppy. Mauring wants to try and get in towards Elder, but they're losing their inhibitor, or sorry, their Nexus turret as well. GIANTX now. They have it. They have their jungler here.
Elder, Execute steps forward. I don't think there's any reason to do that, but he will anyway. Elder down. 2 minutes left on this Elder. If Rogue get this Baron, and sorry, if GX get this Baron, I don't think Rogue can win the game. That should be it. That should be the death blow.
Where Rogue can hold on.
And yet it might exist, Rob.
I'm
It
not
might
ready.
happen. Isma running forward.
I went off the magic carpet.
Aurelius. We're in here till the bitter end. Or the happy end. We'll see the context. GX breaking inhibs left and right. Ready to march. Malrang ulting. The team a bit split on their decisions here. Flick only hitting Isma. Poke taking about half his health. Elder still there for 1 minute and 10 seconds. I don't think Rogue can wait this out. But GX, the very least, gonna get 3 inhibitors. But maybe one more Baron.
I think this is it. Double super creeps. You can see them marching down every single lane now with all 3 inhibitors gone. This makes it next to impossible.
Isma going in. Doesn't hit anybody.
Oh no!
Flick back.
Oh no!
Oh no! A big throw! Long the team, but they managed to one-shot Adam. Noah, GX pushing forward. Noah managed to find a lot of damage, but they can't quite finish the kills. Surely that should just be it, but Jackie's is so damn low. Judd trying to find the engage. Malrang in the midst of the team. Off to the side is Patrick, but he can't finish the kill. Noah now going in. Patrick trying to get a bit of damage done. The game is over!
Decent spot.
Poppy for Jun I also like as a potential aggressive option. We'll see if he wants to go Halo Blades for a powerful level 1, although some of the base damages for Poppy were hit pretty hard, so I imagine it will be Aftershock.
The early boy groups make sense. Also just the fact that you're a tier machine versus a BF sword already on Noah means that it would be a little bit terrifying to try and fight this one out.
Yeah.
So Adam able to just clear out the wave and keep himself happy. And now I imagine we'll get the reset once more because you kind of want to get this matchup as Adam into the Aatrox, but we'll have to see.
Will be something we keep our eyes on. Objective trade, as you highlighted, for now. See when Adam gets to start doing Olaf things. I don't feel like he's super favored in the context of 2v2. It's just so hard for him to approach, and the Kai'Sa early on just does a lot of damage in those short trades. Normally the range of something like the Ezreal is what stops her from being able to use that. Is Isma has overstayed. There's a level 6 here. He's going to Q away. He's going to flash away. Flash and first blood from Malrang.
The flash cataclysm animation is so sad.
Malrang, unperceived in this brush, waiting for an opportunity to go onto Jackie's. Doesn't have flash.
Oh.
Malrang, ulti ready, blocks up Jackie's. The ulti goes through the wall. Jackie's in trouble, caught the pin, and Patrick takes him down. 3 ultis combined to take Jackie's out of the equation, and things starting to look pretty good for Rogue.
Yeah, I think it's the fact that, like, obviously Larson has gotten the 2 assists, which is nice, but that kill actually going to Patrick helped out massively in just keeping him now in a position where you can try and outpace this Kai'Sa, because traditionally the Kai'Sa wants to look for the level 6 breakpoint.
Jackie's might just die again. Flag, drag, Rel coming over the wall. Jackie's ignited. He doesn't have a flash this time around, but Isma now trying to body block. Extra healing coming in. They managed to save him. Jun with the knockup, the follow through, the stun over the wall. Now the severing bolt. Jackie's gets one back. Oh, excellent play from support jungle to save Jackie's in what could have been a disastrous situation.
Yeah, if he'd gone down again, that would have been, you know, an absolute disaster for GIANTX, but they're not in a bad spot now. They've actually managed to turn that around, keep themselves in a position where...
this top half.
Malrang. Connection there from Lot. Flag and drag forward, bit of extra damage. Lot probably dead, will be forced to flash. At the very least, Cataclysm to follow. Execute getting pulled backwards. Malrang just barely not out of tower range. Jun now falling up, another severing bolt. But they're grouped up this time, so they deny the extra damage. In the meantime, the Drake will fall. So 6 grubs to 2 Drakes. Malrang is forced to flash from the severing bolt. This is a game where having that additional bit of tankiness can go a long way, especially when you're going to have someone like Noah diving face first into you. Execute looks like he's been caught. Noah to follow. Execute ulting gets the aftershock off, interrupted by the steadfast presence. Meanwhile, Malrang taking wolves, and a nice pick on to Execute. Jun might try to cover, but Adam is here as well. Isma has to be very careful about not stepping too far up. You can see immediate dash out using the Arctic Assault to escape. First tower will fall. Bit unceremonious.
Loss, going to keep pushing on top, so I think GIANTX is going to trade, but Larson calls.
Larson, 4th mark now coming through. That's the stun. Nice timing on the flash to make it out. I believe he does have the Merc Tread to stay a little bit healthier. Rod of Ages as well. That additional HP keeping him healthy, keeping him standing. Chemtake Drake down. Adam. Malrang, Patrick on the chase, debating if they want to continue with this one. TP down from GX. Adam, defensive ult now just to run this one out. Rogue, good call to just retreat. Recognize the TP's coming in and have backed off, but Adam now in trouble. Spiraling Despair is there. Severing Bolt gonna connect. Kill finish now from Jackie's. Execute running. Huge damage falling from Lot. Malrang trying to turn it back. It's Patrick and Malrang versus the world, but Jun wants to get this kill locked down. No one able to finish off Lot. Malrang getting lower and lower the flag and drag through, but not quite hitting the priority target as the target falls. Jun, another knockback into the wall, another Severing Bolt and a shutdown to Lot.
It's a huge swing for GIANTX. Rogue tried to have their cake and eat it too.
Rogue gonna grab some back for themselves. So again, Dagda, we are in a very, very close game.
Yeah, I think also Rogue at times feel like they've, say against Vitality game 2, felt like they kind of understood how they want to play the map. Now they just look like they have no clue, and GIANTX are
Now they
capitalizing.
might be caught. Execute trying to find a way out. Interrupt on the crash down. Severing Bolt pre-prediction or aimed at Larson. Not clear, but they managed to find the kill. And Patrick does good damage. Isma healing up though. Chemtech Rip, that extra shielding, extra healing. So quick, easy pick on the Execute. And now GX can just start the Drake. TP up topside. They're just going to concede this.
Yeah, Larson, but I don't like this from Larson. You are the sole member of your team with teleport. Also, and now you've just gone to get away that you
just go
want to.
Otacon?
Yeah, they just go Otacon. That's what I was going to say, yeah. This is...
Puts a play, but with the false life, if they can secure Baron, they're in a very commanding position.
Yeah, and also you don't really have someone that can really face check these. Like, you look at Jarvan, sure, but he's also gone for Sterix, Sundered Sky. He is not very tanky if you want someone to do that. And look at, like, yes, you've got members of GX on Baron, but there's a lot more members that are in the jungle right now.
Shattering Strike missing. Snare connecting. Execute getting chipped out before he can even arrive. Steadfast Presence is gone though, so potentially a brief window of opportunity. Again, you're only fighting for false lives here. Trying to take Jun out of the equation. 5K, objective leash, fight off to the side as well. Adam now trying to get the hell out. Spiraling Despair going down. Adam just barely able to sneak away. 4K on the objective. What is the call? Flag and drag out. Execute now going in. Patrick on touch. Keep your eyes on the Ezreal. He has to make the difference. One member going to be sent packing. Noah finally withdrawing. GX, the objective resetting. Ulti across the top. So the recall's coming out in exchange for the life of Execute, but crucially
Execute in some members, but we're back on Baron.
Rogue full committal. They see Lot on the bottom side of the map. Maybe they're hoping to get that TP out. Jackie's waiting over the wall. Does see them with the Scryers. Ward behind. Rogue have to turn onto one side. It looks like the answer is to go face first into Jackie's, hoping to find that fight. They're caught between a rock and a hard place here. 4K getting lower. Patrick in the midst of the pit, likely just to fall. The Ezreal, the strongest point on the map, deleted in an instant. Rogue have fumbled. It's on Adam to try and turn the fight, but the lifesteal, his ability to rampage through this one, it's not enough. Double kill coming in for Noah. Rogue collapsing in this Baron exchange.
Rogue have bitten off a bit more than they can chew, and in the last game may have just tired themselves.
Shut Jackie down. The siege now starting. There should be no way.
Especially because they didn't actually burn the flashes on Jackie's or Noah, right? Well, sorry, Noah's is about to come back up, but it means that if you go for a fight, you just don't really have a prime target to go for either. So now you get the full value out of this Baron buff, and you can already see the Red Bull Baron power play, 4,000 gold in GIANTX's favor.
You also have the arm guard for Jackie, so that much more defensive utility. And Noah with healing reduction and armor penetration starting to come through. The threat of the Olaf, the effectiveness of the Sundered Sky on Jarvan heavily diminished. So GX going to grab Soul as well. Bounties have now spawned for the side of Rogue. I don't know if they're going to get a chance to get him.
Ooh, Noah.
Larson just getting one pop there. Knock back into the wall. Execute now needs to make his way out. Larson trying to hold on as long as possible. The pop from the ulti, not quite enough to finish him. The extra shielding coming in, but Larson will eventually go down. Flash you're talking about.
Eviscerated where they stood. Rogue tried to enter a part of the map that doesn't belong to them in GIANTX. They're happy to take those kills. Waves not even in a position to really do anything, so GIANTX kind of standing there, staring at Rogue, knowing they're about to break open their home.
And credit to GX, holding on in that last game, weathering the storm, coming in stronger in this game too, setting themselves up for success, finding these angles, these fights, and now these immense individual leads. Much more dominant performance. I don't want to say it's a draft diff, but this draft does feel better for GX, I would say, compared to game one.
Yeah, big time. You having engage, ease of access to different folks, it's a good old time for GIANTX.
All right, Rogue. I don't know if there's a rabbit in that hat, but you need to pull something out of it. Rogue holding the line, but likely the inhibitor's still going to fall.
Yeah, it feels a little bit like they just keep pulling more handkerchiefs out of the hat, and it's not really getting anywhere.
Malrang finding two, but Noah ready to go with an ultimate. Victor ulti on top, but Noah still has the shielding from the ulti, and Lot is off to the side. Execute manages the fancy footwork around one. Adam still in the midst of the team, but Noah does so much damage. Three-man lockup coming in with the crushing maw. Jackie's finally active in the fight. Isma grabbing that kill onto Larson, but it's all eyes on Patrick. Can he make the difference? GX whittling away slowly but surely. Mid and jungle already dead for the side of Rogue. Surely this is the end. Patrick doesn't even have enough mana to kill all 5 members. On his way out, GX focus on the objective. Patrick straying too far forward, forced to flash. Not enough mana left. Lot on a killing spree. Adam taken out as well. GX 55-minute game 1, but in game 2 they find redemption, and now they're playing with their food. It's a whole hell of a lot of confidence. GX will close this out 2-0. One last steadfast presence, one last kill onto Malrang, and they will take this game, their first series win in LEC Spring.
And a big win.